he really ain't fought nobody. So
is he annoying you more than?
Nah, he don't know you. He don't know. Nah.
Where's he talking, on Twitter?
All over. Yeah.
In the world, a lot of the world know me, you know, and that ain't come from me fighting names. That came from me kicking ass and taking names and taking belts. So literally, only thing I had to do is keep doing what I'm doing. His coach know I want to fight him. The boxing world know I want to fight him. So next time one of y'all, somebody interviewing him, ask him that question. Do you have the balls to fight Keyshawn? Do you want to fight Keyshawn? Why don't you want to fight Keyshawn? Why do you want to fight Keyshawn? Ask him those questions. Don't ask me, because I will fight anybody.
Tensions erupted as Devin Haney went off on Keyshawn Davis during a heated live interview, dismissing his rising hype.
Tension exploded during a fiery live interview as Devin Haney suddenly unleashed a sharp verbal attack on Keyshawn Davis, brushing aside the growing hype around the young contender and boldly claiming he hasn't faced a single opponent worth mentioning. The moment instantly shifted the atmosphere, with fans watching the confrontation unfold in real time as Haney questioned the legitimacy of Davis's rise and challenged the idea that he belongs among the sport's elite. But Davis refused to back down under pressure, firing back with confidence and insisting he doesn't need a list of famous names on his resume to prove how dangerous he really is, making it clear that his power inside the ring will speak louder than any critic ever could.
Missing his rising hype and claiming he has fought nobody significant, but Keyshawn says he does not need big names to prove his power.
He's delusional. I don't know what he's talking about.
When you saw him go on social media calling you out, what did you think?
Nah, I mean, we seen him go on social media and call out a bunch of people, so I didn't think it was real. I'm like, we seen him do it so many times, and then the fight not happen. So I didn't take it serious.
Keyshawn Davis has accused Devin Haney of ducking a potential showdown, arguing that Haney constantly calls out major stars while deliberately leaving his name out of the conversation.
I wouldn't say you scared of me, because fighters aren't really scared of fighters, but you're ducking me? Like, what is it about?
You don't think fighters are scared of fighters?
And I DM Bill.
There's some fighters scared of fighters.
Keyshawn Davis has now publicly accused Devin Haney of avoiding a potential showdown, claiming the champion repeatedly calls out the biggest stars in boxing while conveniently leaving his name completely out of the conversation. Davis argues that while Haney confidently targets high-profile opponents to build headlines, he deliberately ignores the rising contender standing right in front of him, a move Davis believes exposes a quiet reluctance to face someone with his speed, power, and momentum. The accusation has instantly intensified the rivalry, with fans now questioning whether Haney will finally acknowledge the challenge or continue focusing on other blockbuster names while the tension between the two fighters keeps building. Boxing glove fire.
Following Davis's confident challenge, Bill Haney fired back, questioning Davis's readiness and accusing him of chasing attention rather than earning his place in line.
The same thing that we talked about we were going to do in the DM before you picked Jermaine.
2026, you're doing it.
You promise?
Remember, you promised. You're the promoter.
Well, I got you. Listen, in the DMs, I got your word on it. All right, just stand on it. Good luck, handle that business, okay?
Meanwhile, Devin thinks he's being avoided because he's a dangerous opponent. Many up-and-coming fighters make the same claim, saying champions choose safer, bigger-paying fights. Devin Haney, however, believes he's following his own career plan.
Yeah, for real. Devin Haney. I feel like me and Devin Haney will be it'll be an easy fight for me, bro. Like, super easy, bro. Like, and I know I was
Keyshawn Davis poured even more fuel onto the growing rivalry after posting a humorous video online, joking about how Devin Haney supposedly has no interest in stepping into the ring with him. The playful clip quickly spread among fans, but beneath the humor was a clear message. Davis was openly mocking Haney's silence while continuing to challenge him publicly. What started as lighthearted trolling instantly sparked fresh debate across the boxing world, with supporters on both sides arguing over whether Haney is strategically ignoring the rising contender or simply refusing to give him the spotlight he's chasing. Boxing love, boxing love.
The same thing that we talked about we were going to do in the DM before you picked Jermaine.
2026, you're doing it.
You promise?
Remember, you promised. You're the promoter.
Well, I got you. Listen, in the DMs, I got your word on it. All right, just stand on it. Good luck, handle that business, okay?
Meanwhile, Devin thinks he's being avoided because he's a dangerous opponent. Many up-and-coming fighters make the same claim, saying champions choose safer, bigger-paying fights. Devin Haney, however, believes he's following his own career plan.
Yeah, for real. Devin Haney. I feel like me and Devin Haney will be it'll be an easy fight for me, bro. Like super easy, bro. Like, and I know I would stop Devin Haney. I've been saying this, bro, before the Ryan fight, bro. He just don't got nothing for me. He got nothing for me. Like, you don't got no power. You got nothing for me to worry about. Like, what are you gonna do to stop me?
Got you.
And what
Following his
with,
bold
you know what
challenge, Gervonta Davis sparked an immediate response from Bill Haney. Haney fired back sharply, questioning Davis's readiness and suggesting that the challenge was more about grabbing headlines than truly earning a shot in the ring. He argued that real contenders prove themselves through consistent performances, not just bold statements, implying that Davis still had steps to take before demanding his place at the top.
I wouldn't say you scared of me because fighters aren't really scared of fighters, but you're ducking me? Like, what is it about?
You don't think fighters are scared of fighters?
And I DM Bill. Yes,
there's some fighters scared of fighters.
I would be very surprised if he say he's willing to do that.
I think we can give Bill.
Yeah, you let us handle that.
Yeah. So
I would be very surprised if y'all do that. Say it again.
I said we're gonna try and lock this date in. Murder gonna talk to you after this, but I'm gonna call Bill tomorrow, and we're gonna see whether I don't know if he's still on the West Coast or not, but. Hopefully it can be face-to-face, but if not, we'll definitely get him on Zoom. But I think he'll show up. And this way it don't have to be no back and forth. He said, she said, we'll both have y'all on the show, and then we can know, he could tell us what was in the DMs.
Davis added fuel to the rivalry by posting a humorous video of himself fussing about Devin not wanting to fight him.
Damn! Don't nobody want to fight me! Debo, Lewis Crocker, now Lamont Rhodes. Damn!
Following Davis's confident challenge, Bill Haney fired back, questioning Davis's readiness and accusing him of chasing attention
Following
rather than
his
earning
bold
his
challenge,
place.
Gervonta Davis sparked an immediate response from Bill Haney. Haney fired back sharply, questioning Davis's readiness and suggesting that the challenge was more about grabbing headlines than truly earning a shot in the ring. He argued that real contenders prove themselves through consistent performances, not just bold statements, implying that Davis still had steps to take before demanding his place at the top.
Yeah, for real. Devin Haney.
I feel like me and Devin Haney will be it'll be an easy fight for me, bro. Like super easy, bro. Like, and I know I would stop Devin Haney. I've been saying this, bro, before the Ryan fight, bro. He just don't got nothing for me. He got nothing for me. Like, you don't got no power. You got nothing for me to worry about. Like, what are you gonna do to stop me?
Got you.
And what I got coming with, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he don't got nothing to even stop me. His defense is not that good. I feel like I got better defense than him. I know he fought better opponents than me, so you know what I'm saying? So I gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
But I just feel like I got better defense than him.
His resume tough.
Nah, it is.
His resume tough.
But you gotta realize he fought a lot of guys that was smaller than him too, bro. A lot of these guys were smaller than him, and he was saying it in the weigh-ins, you're too small. You know what I mean? So he knew what he was doing, bro. You know what I mean? So everybody got that process.
Davis has made it clear in recent interviews that he doesn't intend to stay long at super lightweight and views the welterweight division, where Haney currently reigns as WBO champion, as his next major destination.
I'm gonna go to 147 and I'm gonna become a 147 champion. And then I'm gonna defend it against somebody at 147.
Devin Haney? Who at 147? Is it Devin Haney? Yeah. Because that's a pound for pound brother right now. And we asked you, who's a fight that's gonna put you on that pound for pound list? Devin Haney's at 147, right? And he got a belt.
Now he is, yeah.
And you say you want 147? I mean, what we doing? What we talking about?
Names.
We talking about January 31st. I'm gonna look great, God willing, and in the
Meanwhile,
future,
Devin Haney believes he is being avoided precisely because of how dangerous he is inside the ring. Many rising fighters make similar claims, arguing that champions often prefer safer, more profitable matchups instead of risking their titles against high-risk contenders. However, Haney sees the situation differently. He insists he is simply following a carefully planned path for his career, focusing on the right fights at the right time while continuing to build his legacy and prove that he belongs among boxing's elite.
I'm gonna go to 147 and I'm gonna become a 147 champion. And then I'm gonna defend it against somebody at 147.
Devin Haney? Who at 147? Is it Devin Haney? Yeah. Because that's a pound for pound brother right now. And we asked you, who's a fight that's gonna put you on that pound for pound list? Devin Haney's at 147, right? And he got a belt. Now he is, yeah. And you say you want 147? I mean, what we doing? What we talking about? Names.
We talking about January 31st. I'm gonna look great, God willing, and in the future, we going big.
Tank Davis's coach, Kenny Ellis, gives his thoughts on this upcoming matchup, saying Keyshawn Davis is a talented fighter.
Gervonta Davis has made it clear in recent interviews that his time at super lightweight may only be temporary, hinting that a much bigger move is already on his mind. The explosive star has openly pointed toward the welterweight division as his next major destination, a weight class where Devin Haney currently reigns as the WBO champion. For boxing fans, that statement immediately ignited speculation, because if Davis truly makes that leap, it could set the stage for one of the most electrifying showdowns the sport has been waiting to see. Boxing glove fire.
Yeah, I think he should get a couple more rounds in before he go at Devin Haney. But if he feel like he can take him, let him get at him. Yeah, let him get at him.
Are you looking at it more like that 12-round experience type deal?
Yeah.
Getting the rounds in?
Get some rounds in.
When you listen to and then, there's back and forth going with them too. Devin saying that, he would like to fight, the little brother before the big brother. What's your thoughts on that? I think there was a tweet saying that Shakur, I don't want to step on Devin Haney's toes. I'm going to let Keyshawn get Devin Haney. A lot of people had lots to say about it. They're saying that, listen, they're breaking down the rankings with two to three different people, friends type of deal, taking each other's work. Keyshawn wanted a T.O. Now, Shakur got T.O. But now, because I took that work, I want you to go get Devin Haney. He's saying Devin Haney might be a little bit too big for him. What's your thoughts on Keyshawn's call out and all this talk?
Let him give him what he wants. Let him go at Devin Haney.
Davis argued that Devin Haney has more fights largely because of strong self-promotion and strategic marketing by his team.
Gervonta Davis's coach Kenny Ellis shared his honest thoughts on the potential matchup, acknowledging that Keyshawn Davis is undeniably talented, but suggesting the moment might still be a little too soon for him to step in with Devin Haney. Ellis made it clear that the concern isn't about skill or potential, but about experience. Haney has already gone through far more professional bouts in championship-level rounds, the kind of high-pressure moments that shape elite fighters. And in the unforgiving world of top-tier boxing, that difference in experience can often be the factor that decides everything. Boxing glove fire.
Do you believe maybe the entire boxing public was making Devin into something a lot bigger than he is?
Devin was doing that. Devin and his father, they was promoting Devin well in terms of, building his fights, who he was going to fight next to keep his name rolling, making things look like stuff that it isn't, and just saying things that's extraordinary. They was doing a great job promoting Devin, and he was fighting and he was winning. So they was doing everything they could to make him out into the fighter he is today. And hats off to that too. Us as fighters nowadays, we got to promote our own selves. So they was doing what they was supposed to do,
Davis has made it clear that he's ready to face anyone standing in his way, setting his sights firmly on the very top of the sport. The
Keyshawn Davis pushed back on the narrative surrounding Devin Haney, arguing that Haney's long list of fights is largely the result of powerful self-promotion and calculated marketing by his team. In Davis's view, the spotlight around Haney has often grown faster than the proof inside the ring, suggesting that the hype machine has sometimes moved ahead of the level of elite opposition he has actually faced. For Davis, the real test isn't headlines or promotion. It's what happens when the lights are brightest and the opponent across the ring is truly world-class. Boxing glove fire.
You set your targets publicly on Devin Haney. #1 welterweight by ring, most estimations right now, champion. Why is that? Why Devin Haney? And you have half the amount of professional fights he has. Do you think that's something? There's enough in it for him when he's.
I was 6-0 fighting people with 30+ fights, bro.
I don't mean it from that. What I mean is
stopping them.
Why is he
stopping? No, I'm playing. I'm playing, bro. Nah, why Devin Haney, bro? Honestly, because he's a star. He's a superstar.
You're asking that question. I felt like that's what it was. But go ahead.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, I'm ready to fight anybody. So I'm going for the stars. And I know Devin Haney is the same fighter from when he was at 35. He's the same fighter when he was at 40. Now he's at 40. So he ain't nothing changed. But his weight, you know what I'm saying? I will knock Devin Haney out. Guaranteed.
Davis also claims that Devin Haney has never truly respected him, dating back to their early days in the sport. According to
Keyshawn
Davis
has made it clear that he's ready to confront anyone standing in his path, aiming straight for the pinnacle of the sport. The rising talent consistently expresses confidence in his skill set, power, and ring IQ, asserting that he belongs among boxing's elite. Unlike fighters who take a cautious, step-by-step approach, Davis is actively pursuing the highest-stakes matchups, seeing high-risk challenges as the fastest path to proving his greatness. He thrives under pressure, embracing the spotlight and viewing each showdown as a chance to elevate his reputation, while silencing skeptics who question whether he's ready for championship-level competition. Boxing loves sparkles.
What's the situation with you and Dev?
Yeah, I never fuck with Cuz.
Why?
Because Cuz never fuck with me.
On what tip?
Like, bro, it was like times where me, I was always around Shakur as an amateur and shit. So Shakur introduced me to Floyd, Devin Haney, all that type of shit. So there's a hell of times I'm around Devin Haney and we 24 fitness playing basketball, regular shit before it became celebrities type shit. Or just who we are today. And nigga just never never even looked me in my eyes. It never showed me respect. Like it never. Shakur always like, yo, this nigga Keyshawn, this, that, third. He be like, for real? That's still a kid. And like he just never gave me my respect.
He sent you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know goddamn well. Now I'm here, and everything Shakur been saying, nigga, I lived up to it and then some. What you talking about? And he's still like, his father used to. It's crazy because my beginning of my professional career, his father used to be like, oh, shit, the businessman. What's up with you? Like dap me up.
My man.
And,
so you always was the
Dev,
businessman.
And Dev was keep his face forward and like, damn, I can't get no pat. Like we African American, you can't show me no type of love. You're weird, bitch.
All right, well, how about this?
So you've been a businessman?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Since like an amateur?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Davis has openly targeted Haney and even said he would move up in weight just to make the fight happen. He framed it as
Keyshawn Davis
greatness,
claims that Devin Haney has never truly respected him, tracing back to their early days in boxing. According to Davis, Haney consistently underestimated his talent and refused to see him as a legitimate threat. Even as Davis steadily climbed the rankings and proved himself against tougher opponents, he feels that Haney has continued to publicly overlook him in conversations about top challengers. For Davis, this persistent lack of recognition isn't accidental. It reflects a deep-seated mindset in which Haney simply didn't view him as capable of competing at the highest level of the sport.
I think that would be the most common answer is Shakur outpoints him in a very competitive fight.
Beats him.
What then? What then for you and Tail? For the businessman, huh?
All right, cool. Okay, since you worded it like that, I don't, because I won't go say that shit. I don't know, honestly. I don't know what the future holds. I just know what I want to do, and I want to go to 147 and become a champion. Because I just feel like them guys just can't beat me from 140 to 147. And I just feel like, I'm a surprise the boxing world. I'm small. I just moved to 140, and I'm gonna be fighting guys naturally bigger than me, and I'm gonna be stopping them. Knocking them out.
I remember.
And that's been very entertaining.
Yeah, I remember when Floyd Mayweather told me when he was still 130 pounds that he wanted to fight Felix Trinidad. And at the time, that fight never happened. And who knows how it would have gone down. But at the time, I'm like, Floyd, 130 pounds, this dude is a big 47-pounder.
The World Boxing Organization has reportedly stopped Keyshawn Davis from challenging Devin Haney for the welterweight title, citing procedural rules.
Hell yeah. Davis hasn't held back. He's openly set his sights on Haney, even saying he'd move up in weight and wait however long it takes just to make the fight happen. He frames it not as chasing a payday, but chasing greatness. In a recent interview, he boldly vowed he'd hit 147 pounds if that's what it took to force Haney into the ring. He described his move as a natural evolution, shaped by lessons from past setbacks, missed weight, time away from the ring, all fueling his hunger. Toward the end, he opened up about his bigger ambitions, claiming that his talent, charisma, and relentless drive could make him one of boxing's defining stars. Yet even with his eyes on glory, he emphasized staying grounded, disciplined, and prayerful, showing that personal growth and spiritual focus matter as much as victories. His mindset blends raw confidence with quiet humility, painting the picture of a fighter on a relentless, unshakable path.
So as you see right here, The World Boxing Organization, better known as the WBO, has informed former WBO lightweight world champion superstar boxer, undefeated Keyshawn the Businessman Davis, who has 14 wins, no loss, no draw, 10 wins by way of knockout, that if he is planning, as he says publicly, to actually face off against first ballot Hall of Famer, 3-division world champion, former undisputed lightweight, former WBC junior welterweight, and reigning WBO welterweight world champion, superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney at 147 welterweight, they stated Keyshawn Davis needs to inform them and put in the proper paperwork to make that happen, because he did not. And so they stated if he don't submit the paperwork, he will not be fighting Devin Haney. He will not be allowed to fight Devin Haney, not for the WBO title.
Although Davis has publicly discussed moving up in weight and repeatedly called out Haney on social media, those statements alone do not satisfy the formal.
The World Boxing Organization has reportedly blocked Keyshawn Davis from stepping into the ring against Devin Haney for the welterweight title, citing strict procedural rules. According to the WBO, Davis isn't currently ranked at 147 pounds and hasn't filed the necessary paperwork to enter the welterweight rankings. Under their regulations, a fighter must first earn an official spot in a weight class before they can even be considered eligible to challenge for that division's championship, leaving Davis frustrated but still determined.
There's other people in their ranking system that's ahead of Keyshawn. So if he truly is wanting to fight Devin Haney, then he needs to put the paperwork in to let them know he's officially going to campaign at 147 so that the sanction body can allow Devin Haney to proceed forward. But if Keyshawn Davis does not, and as of today, they stated that, as you see, they're stating that he has not put in a request to go to 147 to fight Devin Haney for the WBO belt, and or to actually leave the division. They stated, as you see here, he is still enrolled at 140, and it looks like to them he's planning another fight at 140. Now we know all the antics, the promotion that Keyshawn Davis is putting forth, as he is, promoting a showdown with Devin Haney. And no need to go into all of that. You guys know what's being done and what's being said.
Some fans have even speculated that Keyshawn Davis might be avoiding a fight with Devin Haney, suggesting he is
even
more
though
focused
Davis
on
has
generating
loudly talked about moving up in weight and flooded social media with calls for Haney, words alone won't cut it. The WBO confirmed that without a formal written request to enter the welterweight rankings, he can't be approved as a title challenger, no matter how much fans clamor or hype builds online. If Davis is truly serious about facing Devin Haney, the first step is filing the proper paperwork to make his move to 147 pounds official. Only then can the sanctioning body consider green-lighting a fight. As of now, though, officials confirm Davis hasn't submitted any request to leave 140 pounds or to challenge Haney, and records show he's still officially listed at 140. Suggesting he may be gearing up for another fight in that division instead.
On the whole situation that's currently going on between Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis. And when really looking at and assessing this situation, I'm just trying to figure out at the end of the day if Keyshawn Davis really wants the biggest fights in the sport of boxing, or does he just want the biggest headlines? After stopping Jermaine Ortiz Saturday night, Keyshawn Davis immediately calls out Devin Haney in the ring. And I'm not going to lie to y'all, that's a real fight for the sport. A true chess match with Keyshawn Davis's elite timing, sharp and accurate punching, understanding the range, and solid defense being tested against Devin the Dream Haney, elite jab, quick feet, fast hands, championship pedigree, and, his high-level ring IQ. But then, hours later, he's on Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco's platform Nightcap. And now, within a few hours, he's saying that this fight has to make sense. Shifting the conversation over to Lewis Crocker and talks with Eddie Hearn. And in my eyes, this is where the questions start. This isn't something that's even new either. You know, when we look at Keyshawn Davis's past, he said he was going to fight Edwin De Los Santos and Abdullah Mason just to miss weight, not stay in the division at 135, and end up fighting neither, while Abdullah Mason goes on to beat Sam Notes to take the title that was stripped from Keyshawn Davis. At some point, that stops feeling random and starts to feel like a pattern. Big call-outs, big buzz, then a pivot. And whether intentional or not, it makes me question how much Keyshawn truly wants these big fights. Because in boxing, at least from the fans' point of view, trust is built on consistency and, just as importantly, follow through. So, is Keyshawn Davis really wanting of the big fights?
This perception exists because a fight with Devin Haney might not be as straightforward for Keyshawn Davis as he assumed.
Some fans are
Gervonta
starting to wonder if Keyshawn Davis is avoiding a showdown with Devin Haney, hinting that he might be more focused on generating hype than actually committing to the fight. But Davis has confronted these doubts head-on, stressing in interviews that any bout has to make sense. Every major fight must align with his long-term goals and timing. Critics claim this strategy lets him build interest and hold leverage without unnecessary risk, carefully controlling the narrative. Supporters, however, see it as smart, strategic thinking rather than avoidance. By insisting on fights that truly fit his path, Davis shows a keen understanding of career trajectory, negotiation, and preparation. His focus on discipline and growth signals that when the timing and conditions are right, he's poised to compete at the absolute highest level.
He suggested that these distractions could impact Haney's overall performance, emphasizing that while Haney's talent is undeniable, maintaining discipline and prioritizing training are essential for sustained success. Tank's comments reflect both respect for Haney's abilities and the belief that a fighter's lifestyle choices can significantly influence their prime and long-term career trajectory.
Video of you and Devin Haney sparring, people were going crazy over it. He was just a teen when that happened. How do you feel like his boxing skills have improved since?
I think he was best on his game when he was that age. I think he was like 17. I wasn't that much older than him. I think we probably like 3 years older, apart. But I feel as though he slowed down. All that partying and drinking and stuff slowed him down.
Thank you so much.
Who would come out on top if Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis finally clash in the ring? Drop your predictions in the comments.
This perception comes from the idea that a fight with Devin Haney might be far trickier for Keyshawn Davis than he expects. Gervonta Tank Davis praised Haney as a prodigious talent, pointing out his remarkable skill even at just 17. Yet Tank also voiced concerns that Haney's current lifestyle, especially his partying, might be slowing his growth and affecting focus in the ring. He suggested that these distractions could ultimately impact Haney's performance, underlining that while his talent is undeniable, discipline and dedication to training are crucial for lasting success. Tank's remarks balance admiration for Haney's gifts with a reminder that a fighter's choices outside the ring can shape both their prime and long-term legacy. If Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis finally collide in the ring, who do you think would emerge victorious? Share your predictions in the comments. This is one Showdown boxing fans won't want to miss.